sitting in the garage of the van today. Sherry cleared out a nice little spot for us to get in here. We're working on building this shelf on this side right here that's going to extend into this dead space here that will hold our clam shelter. We'll be able to have a shelf to set that on. And that's the first step we need to do before we start working on the drawer that's going to slide out. It's going to house all of our bins and things. That's what we're doing today. And it's going to be almost 90 degrees today and 90 degrees tomorrow. So we're dying in the heat, but we're figuring things out, getting notes taken down, measurements. I'm going to start working on that here. I don't know, maybe cutting some boards and dry fitting some things in the next hour. Okay, we've cut our legs for the shelf here. We've marked where the holes are going to be for the plus nuts in them. We have some bolts here. I just want to make sure they're the right length. So I'm going to remove the existing bolts out of the plus nuts and see if the length is good for the ones we've got so we can bolt these onto the wall. Awesome. That's the right length. That's the new one, and that's the original. So these are the right lengths to go in and tighten down nicely. We are going to install these, and this is what our shelf is going to sit on as a support. With the support legs in place on the wall with the plus nuts, we've measured out our distance for the shelf. It's going to be 13 inches, so it's going to come out this much into the garage area. We need to cut a piece of plywood now, 45 inches long by 13 inches wide, and then notch out so it goes behind that wall there. That's our water wall. Water jugs are on the other side of that. And then we'll cut our leg here with 3/4 inch plywood. We'll get the height, which is going to be 14 inches, and whatever that distance is. And we'll dry fit everything together, see how it looks. Back working on our shelf in the garage here. The blue tape on the wall is to mark the location of drilling down into the legs once the shelf board is on. I added that last stub of a leg, and I'm working on putting a stub over there. And I don't think I need one here on this front part because the 3/4 inch wall is going to be right there. It'll support it just fine. There's not going to be too much length right there. So let's go inside and disassemble the water cabinet, which will allow me to screw from that side out because I can't get my drill in that little space right there. Good move for you. Bailey's in the way. Baxter's in the way. Sherry's already disassembled the water jugs for me from the cabinet. So I'll need to get in here on this side right here. I've got my measurements of where I need to go, and I'm going to drill outward to get that block of wood in place. And you're going to have to move, little dude. I know, you're a good helper. You're going to have to move though. After a little finagle in there, I got the screws in and the board is mounted on the other side. Sherry helped me by holding it on the other side. Let's go have a look at that. All right, there's our brace right there. Scrap piece of wood, perfect. And I've measured, it is the same height as everything that I could get to. Are we ready to get the boards in place, the polyurethane boards? Sherry spent last night and this morning, thank you Sherry, polyurethaning the shelf boards, the top and the side. Are they dry, do you think? Where's Baxter? I just heard him. There he is. He's right there. He's being a good shop dog.
Yeah, he's being a good shop dog.
Yeah, we might be able to go grab those boards and dry fit them in and move on to the next step of the process. Cool. We were able to put the stain on these in Mickey and Ron's garage. Thank you guys so much. We are ready to put them in the van and take them back to the storage unit and start putting them in. There's all our pieces dry fit into place. Lots of storage under there for chairs and folding table and different things. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start putting on the brackets to screw this onto the floor. We've got some L brackets. I'm gonna screw that to the floor and get things, square and where they need to be, and then start assembling. Shelf is in place. I've got the brackets secured to the floor, secured to the board. We're screwed into the top of the 3/4 here, and all of our legs on the way down, glued and screwed. We're now going to fit the clam in here, which Sherry's bringing over. See how it fits. It's a heavy beast, for sure. Let's see how that fits. It fits. It fits perfectly. And once we get it dialed in on how to pack it properly in the bag so that the back end isn't fat and bulky, sliding on here will be a dream. See, the one end of it is narrower than the rest, and it just fits in there. So it fits perfectly on the shelf. We might get some kind of a, I don't know, like an L bracket or something here that we can use to support this so it doesn't slide off. However, when our things are in here, our bins, it will act as a stop for that. I want to see our chairs and tables and stuff in the cubby. There's a lot of space in there. Oh, I got to remove that brace. We put a brace up in the back right there to hold the wall stable while we glued and screwed. But there's a lot of storage in there. So let's see what the chairs and things look like in there. There we are. Got our foldable table, our folding chairs, our ground mat. This is the stool we use to cut our hair. That all fits in there nicely. Before, that was all piled on top of this, and it was just all a mess. So that's beautiful. I love it. Nice and neat, organized, out of the way, easy to get to. Next is going to be working on the pull-out drawer that we need for all this rest of this mess.